this reminded me of that, that case. The guy wound up going on Oprah. He was a twin, two boys, twins. They were 5 years older than I am, I think. So they were born in 65. And they had to be circumcised. They weren't going to be circumcised. But then they had some sort of an issue with urination. And the parents brought them in to be circumcised. And they brought the one boy first. And there was a horrible accident. And they didn't have the second boy circumcised. And then they lived with it, with the deformed penis for a while, and then said, "Oh my God, we can't." And they brought him. They consulted famed sexologist Money was his name, Money,
John
Johns
Money,
Hopkins guy,
John Money,
John Money at Hopkins. What should we do? And this guy was making his living on these types of theories and experiments about can you change gender, blah blah blah. And he said the thing to do is to have a sex change operation performed on your baby. Basically give him a vagina and raise him as a girl. And these, well-meaning parents, they were young. They had the kids young. They might have been still in their teens even, and not particularly sophisticated, did it. So it's such a weird situation where they have the identical twin still in a boy's body, living as a boy, and his twin is now in a girl's body, and they've chosen to raise her as a girl. And and the long and the short of it is, jumping to the end, they couldn't do it. This boy who was being raised, I wrote down the name because I looked it up before today. They raised him as Brenda, but he was Bruce. He was born Bruce. And Brenda knew she was Bruce. Brenda knew that she was not a girl. Brenda did all boy things. Brenda never felt like she fit in with the other girls. And Brenda became extremely depressed. And by the time Brenda hit adolescence, or around 14, they told the boys, both twins, what they had done. Brenda was relieved. Brenda was like, "I knew it wasn't Brenda." And wound up actually going to David. I don't know, she didn't like Bruce. Well, I'm not sure what happened, but it wound up very sad. David, got married, tried to live as a man, tried to sort of reclaim that, his identity, and so much damage had been done. He wound up dying by suicide at age 38. Oh. So that's not the definitive study, because we don't do these studies, and they're unethical. But, to the extent it has been done disastrously, and one's true gender refused to go away, in a setting where parents really did their level best to make it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that was the point of the research I was talking to. That's the point she's trying to make. That, there was a point in our period in our history where, like that guy, John Money, he really thought that your sexuality, something as essential to you, who you are as your sexuality, could be created out of thin air by the way your parents dress you and
your gender,
the kind of identity that's kind of created for you by, it's just not true. We're dealing with things that are much more fundamental than that. But to my point, the broader point I was interested in was one that it's sort of a theme that kind of runs through a lot of this season. It's that this is a reminder to parents about the limits on their influences on their children, right? It's like parents need to be reminded, there's some things you can control, but you can't engineer the child that you want.
It's wonderful to know.
Yeah, really, really important thing. And that also touches, when we were talking about before about holding kids, redshirting kids, and a lot of the redshirting impetus is about the attempt by parents to engineer an outcome for their child. And that's why, I think we need a far more thoughtful and intelligent approach when it comes to redshirting, because it's not best practice. We don't want parents having that notion in the back of their head that if only they pull this lever and this lever and this lever, they're going to spit out a perfect child.
Bond Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bond Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bond Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly. Their glasses come in non-prescription, prescription, and reading options. Bond Charge also has other amazing products like low blue light bulbs, red light therapy devices, EMF 5G protection, and 100% blackout sleep masks, all backed by science. They can ship worldwide in rapid time. And most importantly, they have easy returns and exchanges. Go to boncharge.com/MK and use coupon code MK to save 20%. That's BONCHARGE.com/MK and use that coupon code MK to save yourself 20%. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.